Good evening from Jericho Christian Television. I'm Chuck Gunther, the director of Jericho Christian Television, and I'm coming to you this evening from our video streaming and production trailer. Some of you probably would have expected me to have been out in the field by now at one of the state parks, but unfortunately events prevented me from doing that this week. And so I've just been doing some final preparations and final packing for my first trip, which hopefully will be next week. Now, the best laid plans sometimes just fall apart in light of what's going on. And one of the things that I've been posting almost at least a couple of days this week is about the situation in Israel. There is a lot of things happening, and I won't go into all the details because it's just, I don't want to become CNN or Fox News or something. The point being is that there is a large threat against Israel right now. Their enemies are surrounding them, and they're having to take some offensive action to protect their people. They've been criticized by Russia, and they've been criticized by China both. Our own Secretary of State has not been able to do very much to mediate the situation as was hoped. But the one thing that we here in the United States can do is we can pray for the people of Israel. You know, we're supposed to pray for the peace of Israel anyway. The Bible calls us to do that. But more importantly, we need to pray about this situation. The Syrian situation is beginning to unfold into perhaps a chemical situation. Russia is rushing the latest surface-to-surface missile systems. I believe I quoted someone as them having a 5-mile accuracy or something, or 5-kilometer 5 feet accuracy. I'll get it right in a minute. I just keep trying. And some of the latest and most sophisticated surface-to-air missile systems to Syria to help the Assad regime protect their country or protect their forces against Israeli aircraft. I'm not going to get into the political structure like some people might do about whether or not we should intervene or whether we shouldn't intervene. I really don't know. I don't have enough information to be able to do that. But what I can do is to encourage you to pray for the peace in Israel and to pray for the people of Israel. You know, we need to stand in some sort of solidarity as Christians with the people of Israel. You know, there just seems to be this idea that, well, you know, maybe we shouldn't get involved, or maybe it's too much trouble, or maybe it's too hard. But the point being is, there's one thing we can do as a community, talking about the Christian community, is that we can pray and intercede for those people. Pray for their leaders. Pray for their leaders that they'll make the right decisions. That if they have to go to military action, they will minimize the loss of their citizens. They'll minimize the loss of people in the foreign country, Syria for that matter, that might be injured or killed as collateral damage. We need to pray for the people's safety. You know, Israel has some good air defense systems. They have an excellent military. But still, again, a lot of that depends on the people of Israel. And so we need to pray for those people that will have to leave their jobs, leave their family as members of the reserve, and go to places like the Golan Heights. And we need to pray for our own leadership in this nation, that they will look at the circumstances and they will determine whether or not we should or should not become involved in this conflict, how best to work to help the Syrian people, other people in the Middle East. You know, we're obligated, I think I would be correct in saying, to pray for our leadership of our nation, and we certainly ought to do that. Well, maybe I've talked too long, or maybe I've talked about things too much. But the point is, pray for Israel. Pray for the people of Israel. This is Chuck Gunter for Jericho Christian Television wishing you a good evening.